I don't usually do lore videos, but recent developments in the Underhive had me furrowing my brow a little. So, today, we're diving into the grim darkness of the far future where there is only war. My name's Tom, people from the internet call me MadCat. Welcome to the channel of TheMiniMadCat. More specifically, we're focusing on the underbelly of the Imperium, the brutal world of Necromunda. As many of you know, Necromunda is a hive world teeming with countless dangers, from vicious gang wars to the lurking horrors of the Underhive. With the recent releases and announcements from Games Workshop, particularly the chilling revelations in the Book of Desolation, the stakes have never been higher. So, what's really happening on Necromunda, and is it time for an Exterminatus? Let's find out. In order to understand the latest developments, we need to revisit the established lore of Necromunda. This hive world is dominated by colossal city structures known as hives, with Hive Primus being the most infamous. Governed by House Helmore, the hive is a labyrinthine nightmare where millions struggle for survival. The Underhive, a decaying abyss beneath the upper levels, is a battleground for various gang fighting for territory, resources, and dominance. The gangs of Necromunda each have their own unique cultures, strengths, and dark secrets. House Escher, known for their deadly combat drugs and fierce matriarchs, contrasts sharply with the brutish and genetically enhanced Goliaths. Orlocks, the iron-willed miners, and Van Saar, with their advanced technology, bring their own flavours of war to the Underhive. Meanwhile, House Cawdor, driven by fanatical faith, and the shadowy Delac, masters of espionage, add layers of intrigue and conflict. Now, on to the latest from Games Workshop. The recent release, the Book of Desolation, has unveiled terrifying new threats and deepened the lore of Hive Secundus. This new supplement brings with it fresh, new rules and scenarios, but also expands on the horrific state of Hive Secundus. Ravaged by plagues and horrors, Hive Secundus is a stark reminder of the relentless dangers lurking in the shadows of Necromunda. In the Book of Desolation, we learn that Hive Secundus is on the brink of total collapse. Once a thriving hive, it has now become a nightmarish wasteland, overrun by mutations, plagues, and anarchy. The book introduces us to new narratives and challenges, pushing the boundaries of survival in the Underhive. The hive's once rigid structure is now a twisted, hellish landscape, where the lines between friend and foe blur, and every corner could spell doom. With this release, Games Workshop has also blessed us with new models and terrain pieces that bring the harrowing environment of Hive Secundus to life, and the ability to integrate grotesque mutants in gangs of all 6 houses, Bad Zone Enforcers, Corpse Grinder cults, and even the enigmatic Enforcers. Gameplay-wise, the Book of Desolation introduces a slew of new rules and mechanics. These changes reflect the desperate and chaotic state of Hive Secundus. For instance, new plague mechanics force players to navigate the deadly environment strategically, balancing the threat of infection against the need to achieve their objectives. The book also includes expanded rules for campaigns, encouraging narrative-driven gameplay that captures the brutal and unrelenting nature in the Underhive. Now, the big question is it time for Exterminatus? Well, for those unfamiliar, Exterminatus is the Imperium's ultimate sanction, a method to cleanse a world of all life when it is deemed beyond salvation. Given the dire state of Hive Secundus, one might argue that such dramatic measures are warranted. The spread of plagues, unchecked mutations, Xenos influence of none other than the Broodmind, and the collapse of order present a significant threat not just to Necromunda, but potentially to the entire sector. However, Necromunda is a vital asset to the Imperium, providing vast amounts of resources and manpower. Exterminating such a crucial world would have far-reaching consequences. Moreover, the Imperium has always favoured ruthless control and exploitation over outright destruction. It's more likely that they would attempt to quarantine and cleanse Hive Secundus through brutal purges and heavy-handed tactics, rather than resort to Exterminatus. Community reactions to the Book of Desolation appear positive. Necromunda lives off dark, intense narrative, and new scenarios just add to the depth of the campaign's strengths of the system. As for the future, it's clear that Games Workshop is committed to expanding the rich tapestry of Necromunda's lore. Personally, I find the idea of spending £500 or more on rulebooks a little bit of a barrier to entry. That being said, the community around Necromunda seem to have little complaints aside from the occasional somewhat understandable grumble. Of course, you'd like to think the average hobbyist could manage to pick up a book once a month without breaking the bank. I do wish I'd bought more of them when I was still staff, as half price on those would help a long way. They really are lovely products, with excellent material choice, makes it feel luxurious. In conclusion, the latest developments on Necromunda bring a fresh wave of excitement and danger to beloved underhive battles. The Book of Desolation hopes to enhance our gaming experience and deepen our understanding of the grim reality of life in the hives. Whilst the situation in Hive Secundus seems dire, it's these very challenges that make the world of Necromunda so compelling. Gear up, gather your gang, dive into the chaos. On Necromunda, survival is the ultimate victory. Thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed this quick dive into Necromunda, don't forget to like, subscribe and hit that bell icon for more explorations and updates. Until next time, keep your stubbers ready and your wits sharp. I'm the MiniMadCat. Question everything and have fun.